Happy Thursday and welcome everyone to your fourth and final day of the Paladins World Championship qualifiers. Yesterday, all of our teams made it through. Today, they're going to find out who they will be facing in the quarterfinals. A loss for this set coming up. The first one will mean that you are going to be fourth seed, which theoretically means you're jumping up against the best of the best, Na'Vi, who was first in the PPL regular season. And Knights and Renegades, it's been kind of a rough path to get here. My name is Gormizer, and joining me on the desk right now to talk about this match is none other than Blue. And unfortunately, Blue, we had to watch Flashpoint go home yesterday, and what were some pretty close games. The Knights, I think, showing more weakness than we've really seen out of them all this second half of the year.
Yeah, but you can't take away how well Flashpoint played
at
the same time. But Pittsburgh did have some ups and downs. They looked really strong earlier in the bracket when they played up against the Hype console team, and they impressed a lot of people because that was the best PCL team at the time. And then they come in yesterday, they lose, then they go to the losers bracket, and then it was a 3-1, but it looked like it could have been a 3-2.
Yeah.
Looked like they could have lost some of those games that they won. So it's been tough for them. They had high expectations, and in their eyes, they have not lived up to those. And it's really weird because I would think, SSG and Knights would look the best.
Yeah, right? I mean, coming into it, they definitely felt like the teams. I mean, they were the teams. Everyone, kind of assumptions were made coming into the bracket when you're looking at it. You're trying to make any plans. Everyone's like, yeah, SSG and Kanga will play, or SSG Knights will be playing. And then whoever loses that will come to the bottom bracket, probably win out. There will be a rematch, and that's one of those two is going to be first seed. But that's not the case right now. It's going to be SSG and Kanga after this one. Knights still have a chance at first seed. Same with Renegades on the other side, as they've been kind of fighting to get here. A couple of struggles. I mean, their first day, they started with a 5-game set against All Business. And yesterday, kind of assumed it was going to be their hardest match yet. They're going up against Hype Unit PML, and everyone's thinking, oh, this minor league team is a force to be reckoned with. Two things happened, I think, kind of lightning strike. Pan didn't show up, and Shadow more than showed up for that set. I mean, this guy practically put a backpack on and put the rest of his team in it.
Yeah, which is odd because for the first 2 days or so, it was seemingly Invocal. This time, Shadow really stepping up and playing something that we have seen huge success with the hottest team in the bracket right now being Kanga, and that's Bomb King.
Yeah.
So Shadow being able to pull out the BK as well, and look at this highlight. It's just kill after kill. I think that was a delayed penta.
Yeah, he got the first kill. It was just like a slight amount of time between one and then technically two.
The multi-kill timer
kind
of reset right there. Yeah.
But I mean, you said it, I think, best, where it comes down to it. Right now, Bomb King has become a hot commodity. And it's not we have to first pick him, or, he's ban-worthy. But it's that when he's picked up, he just, blows through people. He knocks down walls in ways that people don't seem to understand. And if Shadow's able to bring that to this game, then it might be over for the Knights, honestly.
And Io has been a huge pick for a lot of teams this week as well. And if you pair Io with Bomb King, I mean, it's basically just zoom.
We'll have to see whether or not they're going to be able to do so. Frozen Guard, Shattered Desert are your first two map bans coming through. Fish Market, Warder's Gate, notably Frog Isle, still on board, which has been I would argue, in this case, more to the Knights than it has been to Renegades in the past. But I also think immediately of the ones that Renegades are most prominent on. Stone Keep being one of them, Splitstone, Ice Mines, kind of their trifecta.
All the map bans were like the largest maps, I think, by scale. So we could see a lot of Bomb King. Because you're not going to ban Bomb King out. That's the craziest thing. You want to ban out Willow. You want to ban out Strix, which they've both done so far. You want to ban out Atlas, Khan, Makoa, things like that. Sometimes you'll see a little tasty ban, a little spicy ban here and there. But Barrick being first pick, I don't know. I wasn't really impressed by the tank play by either teams here. Zarini had a couple good games this week. I think Hero made some good plays, not necessarily had great games. It's really been Shadow for Renegades. And Vocal has showed up earlier in the week. And I mean, Renegades hasn't played bad this week, but they haven't played great.
Yeah.
They're kind of in between.
That awkward middle ground where it's just like, you're
good night.
I mean, honestly, that's better than Renegades during the season. So this is the best Renegades we've seen.
And I will argue, I mean, in my eyes, Moonchopper specifically, he, again, nothing stellar, nothing out of this world, but he's been doing a lot more with Khan this week than I've seen him do with pretty much any champion during the regular season. Sometimes you just need him to step up. Still kind of riding that fine line. You'll see an ult maybe get missed or some missed timings or misplacement in terms of his kind of mobility. But for the most part, he's been on point here. Knights,
Come on, let's fight.
the Barrack, you get the Cassie, you get the Ashe, you get something good for Zarini, good for G-Bunny, and something staple for Ricotta. Is it enough to maybe keep them stable? Because a lot of their play seems to be shaky in the tanks right now.
Yeah, for the Knights,
yeah,
their tanks have been shaky. I mean, G-Bunny, especially yesterday, missing ults, just dropping a Fido, basically.
Yeah.
But another interesting thing that I went back and looked at, once the day was over, I was watching a couple of the VODs. Maeve, Eevee, these champs have not been doing very well this week at all.
No.
Whether it was PC versus PC, PC versus console, console versus console, doesn't matter. We see them hovering over the Eevee as I say this, but I think that's been a large part of the Knights because Simsaluk just can't get going.
Yeah.
They won a game yesterday. He played Ruckus twice. I think he went 4-12. They were able to win that game off of a few mistakes from their opponent, but he has not gotten going, and it's been rough. I mean, I just don't think this week's meta plays in his favor. The Maeve's not doing well. The Eevee's not doing well. We haven't seen Pip.
And it's this weird turn of events where, I mean, in my mind, Simsaluk, especially coming into MSI, like he's been known for the fact that he's so flexible, like that he has anything else. But it seems like maybe he's kind of positioned this, 3, maybe 4 champions where he's very, very stellar at, and the rest don't quite seem to be showing up as often.
He's had like shines of, or bursts of light through the clouds here and there, but not enough.
We'll have to see what he's going to play today as they're hovering over the IO, presumably for Cuss Cutie. Also potentially looking towards, well, again, whatever Simsaluk is going to play. But the other side is where I think my interest is most peaked. I actually had mentioned this. I can't remember if it was Deathcast or whatever yesterday. But the Maeve plus the Eevee. And Vocal has a great Maeve. Shadow has a great Eevee. But as you mentioned, they haven't been doing too well. Bomb King is the hot commodity right now, and Simsaluk picks it up. Do you think their double flank is going to be able to deal with him?
Yeah, I do. I want to know if they're going to go triple DPS with a solo Khan, because we've seen that a few times. It's worked pretty well if you do it correctly, and that's a super mobile and aggressive comp with a lot of damage amp and potential. Bomb King wouldn't be able to track a lot of that as easily, as like an Inara if they're able to lock this in, but Bomb King with IO, pretty strong. You have an Ashe alongside it as well. Cassie and Barrack just kind of there for the damage and the point control. A lot of burst damage from the Cassie as well as the Bomb King. IO pairs nicely with that. Inara will come through. I did like RNG's draft. I think spicing it up with the triple DPS could have been a little play that Knights maybe not have been prepared for, but I like the Knights draft for Stone Keep here.
It's looking pretty solid, as you mentioned. Cassie, Bomb King, pretty much falling right in order. It's going to be an interesting matchup. Renegades coming in with a staple double flank for them. We'll have to go down and see how exactly it's going to work on Stone Keep. But before we do that, let's jump down and talk with the casters.
Hey guys, what's up? And once again, the standard double flank for Renegades, or at least that's what it seems that they like to do a lot with Invocal Shadow.
Yeah, I was going to say, you say standard double flank. I'm like, well,
for Renegades.
That would be a meta I want to see. Yeah, it is definitely something Renegades have pulled out more than other teams, and I think it'll be all right on this map for sure. There's a lot of places where you can abuse that vertical mobility that they're going to have all over their composition. Only downside to me is going to be that Inara Genos. We know how much that's going to hurt the sustain power. It's going to come down to how quickly they can end the fights, because it really is just kind of a similar to Term Siphon. It's like a timer, right? How long can the Inara's health bar last until the Genos sustain just isn't enough anymore?
especially when you start getting caught online and the game goes on for longer and longer. It's going to be harder for Nara to stay up. Once again, with that Genos healing, it's not going to be the burst it is that she might be used to. So as a result, it's going to come down to just some good old-fashioned Paladins, some good old execution, hopefully, that Renegades will be able to bring out that will allow themselves to sustain in the fight and make sure they can actually cap the point and fight a little bit longer. But of course, I mean, we already have the control of the keep right now, but 12% for the Renegades already, and that's how they're going to start things off.
This is definitely a good way to play with the double flanker playing outside. You don't want to be all clumped up when you have so much mobility. Hero finds his moment to strike, goes in. The Luna is capping the point, but for now, it's going to be a pause. Hero, I liked the moment of aggression that he found. Wasn't able to follow it up really too much. Shadow is here. Look at the positions. Looked like Cuss was on the bottom, 2 people on the left, 2 on the right. So a decent split from the Knights. They know what they have to cover when they play inside the keep. You have someone who can contest the objective from the ground with the Luna Fox, and then lock down the other doors and just buy time. Use that free contest that Luna's going to give you, and just zone out RNG.
Yeah, and I like the aggression it was that you were just mentioning for a very, very brief moment about how Hero was actually didn't dismount. He just sort of went around to the side and pretty much popped up right behind Zarini. All the Knights pretty much stacked up all in one place in the keep, and they just drop loot on point, but Hero decides to actually sort of move off of it. So, I mean, that's going to be really interesting to see, of course, how that's going to end up unfolding as the game goes on, and see if that sort of aggressive style is what the Renegades want to go for. They have the percentage lead, too.
If they did here, should just run Summit 5.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you want to spam me from up there? All right.
Yeah.
I'll be right there.
Then we go ahead and meet you.
That'll be perfect with the with the double flanker composition as well, right? Maven, Eevee, and Inara all diving someone on the high ground. That's what I want to see. Here gets Poppy back very low, uses the damage reduction. They need to find something quickly because they're not going to be able to heal back up.
And the percentage is steadily building. The longer Luna is on that point, the more percentage the Knights will have in their pocket. And as a result, Moonchopper is going to be the first to go down because it's going to follow suit. However, we already have that. We already know it. We can see that the Pittsburgh Knights are already stacking up bodies one after the other. They take Luna off of point, but Zarini is going to take his place instead.
They didn't cap for a while because of Cuss going down. I think they thought that Io could still be there potentially. So Renegades have a chance to retouch Hero going in, getting body blocked by Bunny, but does make it. Had to use DR for it though, so now we're just playing off of the wall with overtime counting down. He's going to have to do a touch without cooldowns.
And Vocal find the kill on Ricotta, and then follow that up with Cuss. You already got a 2-for-2 trade for both the Pittsburgh Knights and the Renegades. Simsalu's going to be the one that's actually still alive, and he's actually going to trade his life 1-for-1 2v2. Just as they were actually fighting. It is a 2v2. Moonchopper gets rid of G-Bunny. Viral actually manages to dodge a few shots, goes up the stairs, and now we have a one-on-one engagement directly on the point. No cap time whatsoever. 99%, and the overtime timer is there. They only have to be able to knock them off of the pointer, knock them away, try and find the fight, but Shadow is going to take care of Ricotta instead. This is the duo that you typically see. Shadow and Invocal, the two of them, doing so much for their squad already.
Ricotta overextends because he thinks that no one's coming back from spawn. Invocal with some great daggers to kill Cuss. Varro finds one after using the time and space. They're trying to fight on point. Bunny doesn't use the assert dominance and dies.
G-Bunny actually just tries to shoulder bash his way out, but it's not going to be enough. Even with the DR, they're going to be able to find their kill, and now they're 2v1ing Simsalu. Shadow's going to get a double. Now he's going to be able to push up 87% to 90 to a potential point capture, and Ricotta was able to touch with the overtime, but it's already been up for far too long, and Renegades are going to get their point over PK.
Even with Ricotta touching, I mean, like, that's worst case. Like, you go in as a Cassie and you're like, like, you just know there's nothing else going to happen with it. Bunny getting caught with the Ice Storm, but does get shoulder bash with the battering ram bonus off to get back into the spawn. Both flankers. The mobility is paying off dividends right now for Renegades. They can get away with so much. Anybody who gets low, there's no way you can get away when Maeve and Eevee are on the other side. Moonchopper holding up top now. Wouldn't be shocked to see them use the overpower at some point soon, but with Seismic Crash used to no effect, I think Renegades are going to have to peel back.
Yeah, no one was actually able to capitalize on that, and Shadow is going to go down just as Hero was zoning off two of them, both Serena and Ricotta, with the nice Seismic Crash. Daggers are coming out from Invocal, and he's going to have to back up as well, getting really, really low as G-Bunny tries to help out Simsalu. The Assert Dominance actually gets used up right on the top, and the Church is actually right there, but good overpower from Moonchopper to be able to capitalize on that. Shadow and G-Bunny are going to go down for their respective teams.
And now we'll see how Renegades want to take this even trade more or less here. Looks like it's more than an even trade, and Vocal finds Simsalu in fire.
They are actually being able to push them all the way back, or at least further and further. Renegades are slowly but surely making their way, or at least making their rounds, I should say, to potentially pushing the payload in, but it's a matter of time. They've only got 1 minute and 10 seconds left, which is plenty of time for them to be able to try and utilize that. but will it be enough? Can they utilize this in the way that it'll be optimal? Nice daggers from Invoco actually being used very, very effectively, but he's still going to go down. Rakata's going to take care of him. They actually are just focus firing on Zerini, but he's going to be able to be healed up, and still, they have not given up any ground, but they're being forced back.
Plenty of time for Renegades to do this too. They don't need to be too overzealous. 50 seconds still. And they can spend ultimates for this if they want as well. Simslu actually potentially getting really aggressive here. Invoco sees that. Hero maybe could have gone in for the wall, but playing it a little bit safe. They can play their poke here. They have so many ways to get in and out as long as they play it smart. You can see this now. Shadow just pressuring the top left. Kind of bad HP up here. I think Cuss needs to look up there quickly to heal Ricardo or Bunny. It looks like he finally does, but time and space goes in and does not connect on anything.
Yeah, but it actually manages to make sure that G-Bunny cannot actually get out of that situation. He's already stuck in there through time and space, placed behind, followed by the Ice Storm to be able to capitalize on that kill and take one for the team for Renegades. 10 seconds left with the contesting being available. Zerini is there. He's going to be forced to use Dome Shield, drops it, and it's going to force Hero and the rest of them back, but they still will be able to touch for an overtime.
I love having this double flanker on this map because they could just play in this
nice
bottom
overpower,
and it's okay. He dies for it. Ash thrown off. It's an even trade, though. They need to find another kill to make it work, and they do.
They actually managed to get rid of Zerini as well. You already have G-Bunny and Zerini. Both their frontliners are gone. Simslu might be next, and he is. The double flank is paying off in dividends, as you were saying earlier, Kresnik. They're looking at Rakata now, but he manages to get two of his own. Now, they already are pushing up, but Invoco is going to have to be able to try and touch. He's going to have to dance around, but the rest of his team were able to fall down, but it was so close to a conversion. Renegades are not messing around this morning.
The benefit of IO, as we said, like earlier, they got the tanks on the point, and Luna was just there. Invoco, he can't sit on point. No way a solo Mave is going to be able to kill Luna, so he has to go out there and chase Cuss, but then he has to back up to the point because no one's contesting. He's the last one alive. You can already see how good IO is and why she's being picked in so many of these compositions. Another big thing. At some point yesterday, I mentioned, oh wow, Evil Eye on this BK, he put 3 stickies perfectly around the ice block so the Eevee couldn't shoot it when she comes out of it. Now, Simslu, he's fighting Shadow and Ice Block. He puts 3 stickies right on top of each other. As soon as Shadow leaves Ice Block, he just shoots straight down, blows up every single sticky. Simslu doesn't even trade for his life. Simslu going a little bit too fast maybe there, not trapping in a way that's going to deny Shadow any chance of survival. So now we're going into the mid-fight. A couple ultimates up for Renegades, Seismic Crash, and Midnight, and I think those have to connect if they want to convert this fight.
Yeah, they do. Hero actually manages to get in the middle of 3. It's going to force them all the way around, or at least spread out more and more, but Moonchopper is going to be the first to actually fall in this engagement. 24% and 3 for the Renegades. So Hero is actually taking care of Cuss. That's going to be pretty big. They've got 15% of their own. Luna's no longer there, and neither is Io. So because of that, they're going to be able to net some more percentage for the Renegades.
I have no idea how Moonchopper's the one to die when Hero is literally in the middle of the entire team charging a Seismic Crash. Not sure how that happened. It was Zerini on the point that somehow managed to find that kill, but either way, it still got them the catch there. Wow. Shadow got stunned by Luna from very far away, but he does manage to get away. A little bit distracted are Renegades right now. No overpower to stop this assert dominance.
Nice wall
from Hero. It's not going to stop him, but it'll just buy a little bit of time.
It will indeed. G-Bunny actually just charges right on the point, gets the overtime, and you already see that Moonchopper's pretty much fighting Rakata off on the side. It's going to force them off, and he actually wins that duel one-on-one. The clock strikes midnight, and now Invoco and the rest of Renegades are looking for blood. Simpson's up in the air, but he can't see where he is, and so therefore Invoco is going to be able to capitalize on some nice daggers. They're already on Cuss in the back. A good mid-air shot directly on Cuss just as he was trying to lunar leap out of there, but he's still going to get taken down, followed by Zerini, and now Rakata's making his way back. He's going to be able to blow up Shadow, but at the same time, the rest of the Renegades are all over them. Nice job on the capture right there for the Renegades. Now they're up 2-1.
That was honestly on the back of Moon's aggression for sure, I think. They take down the Cassie and Banana. Rakata maybe a little overextended. As soon as Rakata goes down and Invoco pops the Midnight, there's no way they can chase Invoco down. He lives with like 400 HP. Just walks away from that fight. That's how they were able to find the rest of the kills. They repositioned with the crazy mobility that their composition has, while Midnight couldn't be countered. Yeah, that's what got them where they are. Look at this aggression up top right now.
Tried.
All right.
He tried.
I
he
wouldn't
tried.
have
He
gone
tried.
for it, but I'm definitely happy that you're feeling like you can. Ash does get away. Right now, though, Invoco holding in main. Just a bit of a stalemate. Someone needs to find something soon. I don't know if it's really to go for it, but Ice Storm might be the one that finds Bunny.
Nice Ice Storm as well. He has to drop down. He's going to go down first in this very small engagement right here. The shots were trading 1 for 1. Everyone was firing at each other, but an even better wall. 2 kills once again. G-Bunny, Zerini, both frontliners are gone. Shadows on the side, but Invoco's there to help, followed by Moonchopper as well with 1 minute and 30 seconds left. Renegades are looking more than good to be able to potentially push this one in.
So it's so good being able to hold in this bottom left corner, because this is the only really safe spot I think, on this map. Ooh,
Oh,
he
they
goes
melted
down.
Luna.
That's really bad for the Knights here. Bunny coming
Nice
in,
block.
uses the dash. He doesn't have a certain dominance yet. He
Nice.
immediately goes down, and Dome Shield gets forced.
It is. It's going to be forced out basically from how much pressure the Renegades are being able to put on. They take care of Hero, and that's where their point take. The rest of them are still fighting, holding their ground as best as they can. Simply throwing out the daggers, and Shadow comes up to help. The both of them together, with their powers combined, they will be able to take down Simsaloo. And now they have about 50 seconds left, or at least something around that time, to be able to try to push forward. They're going to be able to still hold their ground, try to use the disengage, especially from Rakata, but it's still not going to be enough. Hero just made his way back with a good void grip on his Zarini. It can still go either way.
The damage is so inconsistent from Renegades. Like, they have two flankers, the mobility is crazy, but the fact is their shots don't come out fast enough for them to be able to get kills quickly. They can't get these kills quickly, and I think that's what's letting the respawns come in so fast from Knights. It feels like there's always someone there to contest, and that's because even though Renegades are getting kills, and they're getting kills clean, someone's always there. Right. Someone's always just respawning and making up for that deficit. Now Moonchopper maybe can use this overpower on somebody. I wouldn't use it on Zarini at this point. Shadow trying to get aggressive. Ice Storm used, but it looks like Zarini got away.
Yeah, he's actually able to escape that with his life. He goes for the overpower on the Simsaloo, but just barely misses. Now they focus fire at least onto Zarini. He's already extremely low, but Hero's low too. Pretty much just running in there. He's going to end up dying, but he is able, to get the overtime for his team. They're trading 1-for-1. Rakata, Zarini, both of them are down. Once again, you got rid of the damage. You got rid of the frontliner, and Vocal's already in the back line, followed by Shadow. They're looking at Spawn, and they take care of their healer as well. G-Buddy gets Void Grip. Where are you trying to go? You can't run. The Renegades are putting on the pressure. You have Viral as well, one-on-one with Rakata, and the Hero just made it back. They're looking at him. They're going to be able to get it. Zarini just drops down as he's able to respawn. They're going to be able to have Cuss back at their back as well to be able to keep up that healing. They get rid of Viral, but man, oh man, is this still getting close. Hero is still able to be alive, along with Shadow being there. He has yet to actually die. They're still trying to help out, but still, the Knights are able to defend successfully despite how close Renegades keep getting. They're doing so well right now.
Yeah, again, the defender's advantage is just so huge at this point in the game. Just being able to constantly feed into the card was enough. The damage, burst damage, is not really there. I think Moonchopper has to stay alive for them to have that consistent damage. And great wall into Wardersfield combo by Hero to catch Zarini and keep him stuck in that time and space. Was this 3 kills for him? I think it might have been, because he gets another kill right here. Great mid from Hero. And him dying on that point touch, I mean, he had to go in. I don't think we should be too concerned about him more or less feeding to touch the card, because overtime is the most important thing. Having the chance to convert the payload is huge. And Vocal, topping the damage charts on Maven, looks like topping the kills in the game as well with 13. Viral on Fox slaying duty with Bulldozer 3. Hero on the point. Can he get in to find another seismic crash? Maybe. They finally dismount him, but not being contested too hard quite yet.
Yeah, not too far. I actually saw G-Bunny actually just shoulder bash his way in and get control over Banana on Renegade's side. That's what they're going to be able to do. And now Shadow once again in church, opting to go in, trying to get a few good shots or use that blast damage to try and hit through the floor. But Moonchopper already putting on that pressure. They actually use the King Bomb. They're going to try and move all the way in, but they actually blinks right back out. He's going to try and find somebody, but Simsaloo's actually going to be able to find Moonchopper. That's going to be good for them, as that's going to be the first person that's going to go down during this fight. Shadow following suit as the second, and Vocal is going to take care of Cuss though, and then Vocal tries to throw out his daggers, but he's still going to be able to be taken down by Rakata. Now Rakata's all the way in the back. He's trying to fight Viral, and he's going to be able to get that with some assistance from Simsaloo. 54% to 33 with 2 ultimates after the Knights.
Rakata's quietly been having a fantastic game so far. Great overpower by Moon on the side. Can he get the kill? Yeah, no way. I don't think Simsaloo can poppy back for sure, but I don't think there's a way they can touch. It's all on Vocal. Rakata actually body blocked the pounce.
Nice. Oh, but he actually still touches. He touches as he just died somehow. Despite after having used that first pounce, he sort of resets it and jumps again to stop them from actually capturing the point. But Moonchopper already too low. Shadow's able to touch, but still, how much longer can they hold on for? They just used the Dome Shield. They do not want to afford to give up any more space, and they need to. Nice job jumping on, using the ice block, trying to do what he can. He's able to actually touch again, and the Vocal gets rid of Simsaloo. That's going to be huge, but Rakata is able to respond in kind. He blinks in, blinks out, but still, the Knights are still going to be able to take this point.
Poor communication by the Renegades there at the very end. Moonchopper and Shadow both going in to touch the point at the same time is what gave it away. Honestly, there's no reason you double stack overtime touches at that point. I think you play to control the space around the point in that moment. Maybe you pressure Cuss a little bit to deny Luna value. Either way, Renegades kind of misplayed the objective And now they're paying for it. You do manage to get a kill on Mercado and Simslu, so no DPS is up for Knights.
Well, they've already gotten rid of 3 of them. The 4th one might be Zarini, and that is going to be the case. With about 2 minutes left, the Knights can still make their way back and try and put on the pressure. And it's going to be a matter of if Renegades can still hold on. They're in very good positions right now to be able to keep watch over what they need to. Invocal actually is out. He's looking for blood. He's already in the back of Simsaloo. Good daggers and even better focus fire from Moonchopper. The last hit's going to go to him. They're going to take care of Simsaloo, Rakata, G-Bunny. Zarini's actually all the way in the front, but so is Cuss. He tries to put out Luna to body block some shots for him, but it's going to be a little bit too late before the Fox can actually get there.
They're going to stagger Zarini as well. So now Knights getting zoned into their spawn with 1:30 left. This is a good look for the Renegades now. They can use this mobility to hold wherever they want. They can stop anyone. No one's going to be able to back cap either. The hyper mobility means they can just chase down whoever at this point. Hero coming back from spawn. Zarini managed to get control over fire, and quick push by Bunny means that Invocal goes down.
I mean, they're going to be able to at least look for where Hero is. They know where he is. Shot around that corner, able to get the dismount. And Vocal once again goes down to time and space as well. He's going to be able to find Zarini, and they're going to be able to find Simsaloo. A very, very well timed and very well spaced through time and space. As weird as that sounds, it's going to be able to make sure that the Renegades can still hold on to the very, very threat of life that they have. 3-2 right now with the Knights being in the lead. They've got 4 ultimates up. They've got plenty to be able to use in their arsenal. But Renegades, if they time these 2 ultimates well, if they use it this later on in the game, they could get the round, but at what cost?
I mean, the cost of the 2 ultimates they spent, right? They need to have these ults for the final mid-fight for sure. Hero's only at 18% after using the seismic crash about 30 seconds ago, and that's what needs to change now. Looks like Zarini actually diving Viral, but Viral is putting on the juke boots. He can't get hit in that backline shadow. Dies to Cuss spamming here. Viral does finally end up going down, and Sims, I think the Haven he has must have saved him in that fight. Quick little top off from Io. Hero's going to die on the objective, just buying as much time as possible. And honestly, because they spent those ultimates, I think this fight going to overtime is best case for Renegades.
Right.
Gets them closer to the seismic crash and through time and space.
It is. It's going to allow them to be able to come in the next round, definitely swinging. But the question is, can they make it to the next round? Will the Knights' defense, or will, I should say their offense, be able to put on enough pressure where they can actually convert this payload push? You've got the overtime still available, and it is actually still ticking down. Both Simsaloo, Zarini, all of them are really hovering around this point, trying to find their options. The King Bomb is what they want to use to start things off with, and now he's going to roll right up the stairs. Everyone's going to have to back off. He actually uses the ice block. Very, very well done by Shadow. He's going to Poppy Bomb his way out and try and retreat. The Dome Shield gets dropped as well. If they cannot convert this with that, especially with the kill on G-Bunny, that's going to be absolutely huge for the Renegades coming into the next round. Because they were able to pick him off, a good wall from Hero as well is going to leave Zarini dead. Rakata's going to take care of him. They use 2 ultimates. They use the King Bomb. They use the Dome Shield. And that's going to be absolutely pivotal coming into this next round. Nice shot from Shadow. Cuss is going to actually be able to get that kill. But if they kill him, when they will be able to keep the pressure onto G-Bunny. He's going to have to hold his ultimate for next round for sure. A good wall to be able to try and stop whoever's coming around. But Zarini, he's still going to make it there, but he's going to be forced to back off with a 3-3 tie. It can be up in the air as to who will be able to take this first game.
That Dome Shield being used is really crucial.
Yeah,
they thought they could
huge.
spend it. I mean, the fight did go a little bit longer after that, so Zarini did get a little bit of charge back. Not the worst. It's definitely not worst case for the Knights. I mean, spending the Assert Dominance, I think there also would have been worst case. They have some tools to extend the fight, but you got to think, if there's any ultimate that you don't want in the face of a con, like, oh, what's your clutch ultimate? Oh, we got Assert Dominance.
Right.
They have Overpower.
Yeah.
Well, that's not going to work.
Yeah.
You know, having that immediate counter is going to be massive for the Renegades. I almost don't want them to spend it aggressively. I want them to use it specifically to counter G-Bunny. We'll see what they do decide to end up doing. If Hero remains as lightly contested as he was at the start of that fight, or if they change things up, they will quickly into Church, and a seismic crash rings out.
They're already using that and then through time and space as well. The Assert Dominance is there. It's a matter of what. No, they don't need to, especially not in Church. Hero is actually going to be able to get a lot of damage, but very, very good timing from Moonchopper to be able to use that overpower. That was sick, and G-Bunny's actually going to get sitting right off the side, but no one's capturing the point on the Renegade side.
And the Luna's doing it for now, and if they can get some more kills, this can work out. They just need to find an answer quickly. Still waiting for people to come back from spawn, potentially. Invocal is on his way, 87%. Renegades knows. Hero uses the DR, gets the touch on the objective, and now they need to focus on controlling the keep side next to the point.
Yeah, Moonchopper and Invocal, both of them are in this keep trying to fight back against Rakata and Simsaloo. And G-Bunny's all the way in the back trying to solo 1v1 Shadow, but because of that dive, they were able to get rid of him as well. Cuss is already being dove on as well by Shadow. He's going to be able to move from one kill to the next, or what seemed to be the case. The King Bomb's coming through. They're looking at Moonchopper. He's just going to get blown up with a very, very huge 2,500 damage ultimate. 51% for the Renegades. It's still steadily climbing, but the fight can still go either way.
They need to find some kills. Simpson,
nice.
Great shots by Invocal to get it. Also gets the OT,
nice
so Hero
grip.
can play a little safe. They canceled Bunny's dash. Midnight could potentially come out now, and it does. No scout to answer. Be Gone doesn't do much of anything, and Cuss goes down.
Invocal's in the back, and so is Viral. They're able to actually get these kills. 93%. The Renegades had nothing, but now they're going to be able to have this overtime with a nice triple kill from Invocal and a first match for the Renegades versus the Knights.
Renegades take a 99-0 comeback in that final fight and swing it in their favor on the Knights' map pick. What a good look for them in the end, for sure. And I think the tanks are playing really well around each other, too. Moonchopper, I said, oh, he doesn't need to use Overpower to counter this assert dominance, right? But as soon as Hero was about to die, Moon saw Hero's health bar, did the Overpower at the last moment, and that's what kept them in the fight. Hero didn't die for the longest time. Moon goes over and then shouts him with the Earthing Guard as well to keep him up. Perfect synergy there in the last moments, and that's what flipped it to the Knights. The Knights kind of wanted to brawl, and Renegades wanted to play like a team.
They did, and it worked out for them so well. The first game, once again, going to the Renegades. What a fight and what a first game, but we can only see how both teams will respond right after this break.
Well, surprise, surprise, the Renegades are the ones who take that map. A lot of back and forth between these two teams. At the end of the day, Renegades come in clutch with a retake, grab themselves a point, and, well, they're now leading 1-0 against a team that, Blue, during the regular season, they never beat the Knights. This is, like, if they do this, it's the first time they've beat the Knights all year. So it'd be very impressive if they can kind of keep this up. But it is only one game, so the Knights have plenty of time to level out.
I mean, not only that, Renegades went, what, 4-24 this entire season?
Yeah.
It's like they saved up all their energy for this week. Man, that was rough for the Knights. Yesterday, Cuss in the interview said there's no way they can play worse than they did yesterday. Well, they just did. 99% to 0 on the final capture point, and they give it up to Renegades off some great plays from Invocal, Shadow, Moonchopper all game.
Yeah.
And I was saying the Maeve and the Eevee, more so the Maeve, hasn't been getting much success from any team this week. Invocal finally finds a way to find success with this champion. That's a lot of damage for a Maeve. Maybe not in a 4-3, but still. Oh, that put gone. I don't know about that one.
Yeah, that was also one of those oof moments, I think, that came out for the Knights. I also think it's interesting that he's playing this Maeve in a different style than a lot of people. You know, most people are floating around the sides. They're going
he's
for
in
the
your
back
face.
line. He was around the objective
in the middle
90%
of the map,
of the time.
Yeah, around the objective, like you said, in the middle of the map, just in your face, throwing daggers.
Didn't care. Not a care in the world.
He did not care.
Invocal knows he's good, and he doesn't care who knows it. He's feeling himself again today. And I feel like, again, lightning strikes. You get Moonchopper going pretty well with Khan. If you get Shadow doing even a half of yesterday, I think is good enough for him, and you get Invocal doing what he normally does, then you have a really solid team in the Renegades to move forward. The problem is that you never get all of these things at the same time. We'll have to see if they're able to keep it up. That was the Knights map pick. Ice Mines, usually not only a Renegade's choice, but also a Renegade's win. They're pretty adept at this one, but the Knights have got this one a little bit more on lock as time has gone on as well. So this
wait a minute.
Dangerous.
Is
this 2019? Are we sure?
Wait a minute. Hold on. I gotta clean my.
This is for like old time's sake, right? Like where he was permabanned. No, this is Zarini's good at Terminus.
Wait a second.
The Knights like Term on this map, and I will say I think one of the most pivotal moments that I've seen in Paladins history has to be Nocturnes versus Na'Vi. They're on Ice Mines. I believe they were down 3-1 at the time, and they might have been 3-0. Honestly, they were about to lose. And it was...
Oh, shut up, Fuzzy Logic. I was thinking about him yesterday.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's an age-old game, but they turned it around with their Terminus.
Someone was telling me Strix into Ruckus is not that bad for Strix because, like, he can win that. Or for Ruckus now because, like, Ruckus is kind of like a hidden gem with everyone else shining so bright, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, man, I remember Fuzzy Logic back at Hi-Rez Expo 2018 against Na'Vi. He was just 1v1ing Ruckuses with his Strix.
Yeah.
He forgot his mouse, too. He had to use a Steel Series mouse, which is a great mouse.
And, you know, it worked for him then. Not enough, though. He didn't get to go to the finals, but he did push a lot of limits. This is where I think we can start the question of handicaps, though. So you get rid of the Atlas, you get rid of the Makoa, you get rid of the Willow. With Terminus being banned out, it means Strix is available, and that's where the conversation has to be turned to look at Moonchopper. For Moonchopper's success lately, they've had to grab Khan. Is it worth giving up Strix?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know about the Terminus ban. I mean, yes, it's Ice Mines. Yes, Zarini's on the other side, but they lost with it yesterday.
Maybe they're doing like some rare strategy where, well, and by rare I mean unseen and unheard of, where Invocal's going to play Bomb King, Shadow's going to play Drogos, or actually flop those, Shadow Bomb King, Invocal Drogos. Like they're going to go double Blaster, some ridiculous thing that Terminus would admittedly maybe be good against.
Yes.
But even I'm having trouble convincing myself of this.
Oh.
And I like to live in that weird world.
I want to, personally, I want to see a Pip.
From Knights or Renegades? Or either?
Either side, honestly. I don't think Pip's been picked at all this week yet, right?
He's been played a little bit. I know yesterday I saw Pan playing him.
Okay, so then Shaolin's the only one who hasn't been picked.
I could probably count how many times he hit that Evil Mojo, though. It was not exactly what you'd want out of Pip.
If you need
One
help,
or two.
don't hesitate to ask.
Ying coming through for the Knights. This is a little spicy pick here. With an Inara. Yo, I'm going to be honest. You know what I'm taking here?
What are you taking here?
I'm taking the Gurk.
Really?
Grok.
Oh, actually, you know what? Yeah.
Victor's a good pick, too. I like Victor into this matchup.
I mean, Vocal.
Strix is going to have to get into the face of Victor. Because Victor can play the sight lines nicely on Ice Mines.
Yeah. And Vocal has brought out Victor countless times in a lot of these scenarios. If Shadow can carry the way he carried on Bomb King, then you put Victor onto Invocal, and you get even like a similar performance than what he had last game. This is a good look for the Renegades.
Genos has been pretty good for Renegades. I mean, minus the ults.
He had good healing last game, too. It was like 200,000+.
Yeah.
Viral was able to eke out, and a good slash line on him.
You know, you're not,
a lot of good control.
Not hitting a Genosol isn't that bad, but for like the 6th straight week, not getting a single one, it's kind of...
Feels rough.
Yeah.
Starts to play on your brain.
You said Mitao was like taking all of them, so they're reserved.
It's the Mitao. I guess maybe depending on how it is, Gara.
He trademarked him.
Yeah.
If you get a Genos ult kill, you have to pay Mitao.
Here's the $5, dude. Sorry, I did it.
Drogos is cool on Ice Mines if you know how to play it on Ice Mines.
Yeah.
I personally do not know how to play it on Ice Mines. Therefore, I don't like Drogos on Ice Mines.
Well, I think it's interesting. You know, you were mentioning last game how Maeve EV weren't doing too much in terms of success. They win for the Renegades, but SimSalu doesn't go to either of them here. Granted, it's not necessarily their best map, but avoids them and he's going to be going for the Drogos. Do you think that's going to
He played Drogos on Stone Keep against the Hype console team, so he did pretty well. Yeah. I still like Renegade's draft for this.
Well, hey, the Renegades are looking pretty good. They're up 1-0. We're going to see if they can turn this around on the Knights or if Renegades are going to go up to 2.
Yeah, let's see if that is going to end up being the case, guys. Once again, Fawn and Kresnik here on the mic. But here's the question I have for you, Kresnik. How do you feel? Okay, so literally the round's going to start. We already know where Drogos is going to be. Drogos is going to be right where that barn is, pretty much fire spit. Shoot.
He could be window. He could be playing stage too.
He could too. He could too. But how do you feel about Bomb King being able to try and fight back against that? I mean, sure, it'll be good on the pushing and some of those choke points, right? But for the Drogos, he's running Fusillade, actually. Tell me about that.
Okay, that means, I honestly don't know what that means positioning-wise for him. I think with the Strix, you probably want to put the Drogos in the entrance to window from stage, so on that far, far side, and you use him to lock down the only way to get into the Strix, right? You just let your Strix free fire. That's one way to do it for sure. Could also go to Barn just to fight the BK.
Right.
BK is going to be wanting to push Barn, of course. Victor taken very low, very early, I think, from a random spam. Victor can't peek now. Strix definitely has the advantage in these long-range engagements for sure. Victor going to be used more for shredding the tanks and everyone else. Bunny trying to get aggressive, but Moon just zoning them out for now. The longer the fight goes, though, I think advantage to Strix and Drogos.
Yeah, everyone's shooting, but no kill conversion yet. It's just a matter of everyone biding their time, trying to find their opening, and they are trying to work that into their game plan. 15% to 9 for the Pittsburgh Knights. And good shots from Invocal right now. He's keeping an eye on the point. At the same time, once again, no one's really converting into anything. A good, direct bomb right on the Simsaloo, and that's going to mean a lot for him, for sure.
You can see how slow they have to play the game with the Drogos on the other side. Right now, Hero, has to back up from some of the Fusillade spam. Fusillade really kind of rising to prominence because they're like, hey, wait, we're sick of Drogos.
Yeah.
All these PWL players are like, wait, I'm insane. Why am I not running Fusillade? So now we've seen that kind of rise as people have gotten more and more used to it. Good aggression here from Zarini, but there's a lot of self-sustain on Bomb King, and I don't think Zarini's going to get out.
I think that might be a little bit too much. He's actually running in there, and that's going to be able to afford the Renegades some space. A nice barrage, too, peeking in right through that barn and being able to get that kill onto Rakata. Now we have the push, and now we have the aggression. You're at 60% for the Renegades already. Pittsburgh Knights, man, I mean, they are trying to fight back, but this is Ice Mines, man. We know how polarizing it can be. He's going to open up with a King Bomb, actually try and go through the mine shaft, or try and zone out whoever's going to walk to point, and he's not going to fight anybody except for Zarini, who peeks in through that window, getting a little bit too aggressive again, and he's going to go down.
Great choice by Shadow to just roll in a circle.
Right.
Because go in, maybe die, stay on point, guarantee stop whoever goes for point. Right. It's basically the only answer. Great directs from Simpsy from across the map here. And listen to this aggression right now coming from Shadow. Goes down to Rakata. So much spam from the Knights. It's going to be so hard for Renegades to break this choke point.
Yeah, they are going to have to try extremely hard to be able to fight back against these teams. That much is for certain. But good double kill from Rakata, though. It's going to force the rest of the Renegades that were already retreating all the way back to their spawn, which is currently where they are right now. But good shots from Invocal. Going to leave Simsy low. Tosses the grenade. Gets a hit on the Zarini. But once again, no kill convergence on the side of the Renegades. They were able to get the point, but they haven't pushed out too far yet. And G-Bunny actually with the Assert Dominance tries to pop him out of it, but it wasn't enough.
I don't know if using the Assert here is really that worth it. You're just going to get held. They're just going to hold back and fight you. Barrage coming in for Rakata does catch him. Quick little thing. Barrage is a stealth counter. You don't need to see them to target them with the indicator. It works against Strix. Used to be a hard counter to Shald, something that people used it for. So I'm so happy to see that coming back to deal with Strix, because that invisibility, when he gets dove, silent footsteps, it's so hard to find where he's running.
Yeah, good direct, straight to Cuss. He's going to be able to force him back. He's going to pop in. He wants to be able to deal with them, but good. Even better illusions and an even better shot from Shadow, being able to land that and detonate it. Blows up Cuss, and now they've gotten rid of Zarini as well. They can now afford to get back to the payload and push just like they are right now and try and gain more and more space as time goes on.
Me too, buddy.
Oh, yeah, with the grenade?
But yeah, we've all been there in Vocal.
It's true.
It's okay here. And
all the time.
Vocal pushing Bunny here on the side. Moonwalking at him, shouts through the knockback, and very aggressive on Bunny. Bunny has to drop back. A lot of room afforded to the Renegades right now. A good move. He might be too low to make this work, but not enough cauterize to negate the healing from the Genos.
Now they're already looking at Zarini, the Poppy Bomb, and uses the King Bomb as well to get some little bit of extra damage straight onto Zarini. He's taking a lot of shots and a lot of damage right now. He is so low, but no one can actually look to peek that. He's going to toss out another grenade, and that's going to be able to land the finishing blow straight onto him. Hero already on point. They're staring at G-Bunny right there. Actually gets body blocked, and Moonchopper's in a very, very good position right now. The Void Grip comes out. Simsaloo goes down. So does G-Bunny. Cuss is going to be one one of the only ones that's going to be on point already. The bombs are coming out. Shadow and Vocal, both of them are going to find 1 kill apiece and net the Renegades a 2-0.
The Genos boosted Bomb King is so insanely impactful. Over 1,000 damage per sticky. And when these players are connecting the stickies like they are, you can tell the impact that it's having. Vocal also having a great impact on Victor, playing against the Strix, I think, in a very effective way. And that's really key to their success here. You can't let the Strix see you. So hard to pressure the Strix when you actually want to get on him. So just sitting just outside of the sight lines while the entryways to where you're holding are locked off, I think is the best way to do it. Great stats so far from the Renegades. No deaths on Viral. Only 1 on the board for Invocal and Moon. Knights. Couple ultimates up, so they have some options. No overpower to counter the Assert Dominance, and that's something definitely to look at. Very impactful if there's no way for them to deal with it super easily. I wouldn't be surprised to see a super aggressive start from Bunny.
Nice dismounts.
Good dismounts from Viral might make that a little bit harder.
Yeah, and very, very good positioning from them as well. Once again, playing it so slow. Look at how low Simsalou is. He used the Assert Dominance. The Dome Shield gets dropped in response. Not sure if I actually agree with that one, but those are 2 ultimates that are gone along with the Barrage. They do hit Ricotta, leaving him at a half health, but still nothing. Through time and space is going to go wide as well. They're using a lot of ultimates, but they've still got a Dragon Punch. They've still got Flashbang as well. And 11% for the Pittsburgh Knights. Nice job tossing out the grenade. Leaves Simsalou really, really low. And another good grenade almost kills him right there, but it's not going to be enough. Cuss is going to keep him alive and well. 50% for the Pittsburgh Knights, though.
The grenades have been great from Vocal so far this game. Hitting more than one person is always so impactful. Dragon Punch getting charged up, coming in towards Moonchopper. He doesn't have Battle Shout. Sometimes you just go down like that, man. Might get traded by Invocal.
Oh, nice.
Vocal, great rotation, does find Simsalou.
Well, G-Buddy's all the way in the back, already on top of him, and the overtime is actually a factor now. Renegades have yet to actually touch, but G-Buddy may have bitten off more than he could chew. A nice Void Grip as well. They're going to be able to take care of him. The Barrage is up, and he's going to use it to try and zone out Ricotta. Yep, he's going to have to back off. He can't peek window, doesn't want to do it, and he's going to be able to get 60% of that ultimate back.
That's why sometimes it's good as Victor to just hold on to it. What insane burst damage from Strix, melting down in Vocal.
Oh, but here he comes.
Shadow tries to make up for it.
Nice.
Genos boosted Bomb King does less damage than unboosted Strix. Still manages to win that fight. Simsalou holding in the choke. They need a tank to come in, but another King Bomb to deny the point touch.
They don't have
a great grip and the CC.
Ooh, nice. They don't have the Assert Dominance to be able to use. They already used it earlier, and because of that, the Void Grip into the King Bomb is going to be enough, and Simsalou still goes down. The Commander's Grab comes out. They're already on top of Inara. They get rid of Zarini. The Illusions are out to try and keep everybody healed up, but Cuss is going to have to blink directly on the point, but he's still going to die. And the Renegades, from a no percentage point to a 99 to conversion for them, making it a 3-0 this round over PK.
The second 99-0 comeback the Renegades have had, and I think playing from behind is something that Renegades have struggled with for so long, right? They can't find those comebacks or find the finishes to the games. If this is a change and a look for Renegades, I am so excited to see how they move it, but they still have to win this map. Plenty of time to go. Barrage comes in, just connects on 1. He should get 40% of that back if he does want to, and he does. Good refund. Look at that aggression up top. That's might be tough to deal with. Shadow might die for this, though.
They actually just drop down and deal with Ricotta. They get rid of him, but now G-Bunny's all the way by himself. Moonchopper and Invocal. Both of these guys, man, have been playing so well throughout this set, dude, and they're actually going to be able to take care of G-Bunny. Just he tries to find his way out. Cuss eating a lot of damage. That's Invocal. That's the Call of Duty, baby. You have to be able to try and move out of the way of that burst fire, position in a way that's not going to leave them dead.
No, I don't see a single Claymore, and he's actually moving, so I don't think that's what it is. Zarini holding up top with the Illusory Rift healing, keeping him up, but the damage from the Star Splitter from Viral is enough.
Nice!
Time and space, Viral. Hero play takes down Ricotta, and this will open up the offense for Renegades.
It will. The good Void Grip on the Cuss as well. They're going to be able to take care of them, but they trade out a healer for a healer. G-Buddy's already low, though. They're still pushing the point. They've got a minute and 20 seconds left as the payload is steadily creeping forward. They still have their overpower up. Barrage will be up soon. I could imagine seeing a bunch of ults used here for the Renegades.
I would use them for sure.
100%.
Maybe hold on to the overpower to counter the Assert. Are they willing to use the Assert? If anything, start with the Barrage. King Bomb once the cart gets close and hold overpower to counter the Assert Dominance. I think that's the standard way to do it. I'm trying to stick Ricotta, but Ricotta has invincibility right behind him. Barrage used, immediately canceled. 60% back, so he'll have it up really soon. But Dragon Punch to stop this aggression coming out from the Knights.
We're going to have to be able to move up, but Moonchopper's literally right in the door frame. If Simsalou would have committed to that, he just would have battle shouted and probably died just from the good positioning of the Renegades. But good rockets from Simsalou once again, leaving Shadow extremely low. He's firing at him, man, just to get the hit as well. But it's going to be a little bit of blast damage. The direct shots from Hero, the direct shots onto Hero are going to be a lot for them to deal with. Void Grip and the Assert Dominance goes up, but it comes right back down. Simsalou, Ricotta, and Simsalou once again are going to be able to take care of 3 members of the Renegades. Now Shadow's extremely low, and they were able to throw out that fire spit, but once again, Invokal's not dead yet, but he more than likely is going to still go down.
If I'm Renegades, I don't leave spawn.
Right.
At this point. I mean, you've forced out so many ultimates. Assert Dominance, Seismic Crash, so much has been used. Are the Renegades just sitting on their side? Yeah.
Yeah, they are.
Me too.
They're
yeah, no, that is absolutely the right decision to make.
Right.
100%. You don't want to give them any ult charge more than they would have gotten otherwise. Both DPS ults will be up, but neither tank ultimate. This allows freedom for the overpower from Moonchopper. He doesn't have to hold on to it to counter the Assert Dominance, and a good overpower can snowball around, and we know how hard Ice Mine's mid is to come back from.
It will be, yeah. I mean, this is the double kill that Viral set up extremely well. I mean, Moonchopper, once again, with both of them, just using that hit scan presence. Ricardo's already low. Very, very good timing and very good tracking from him to be able to hit that as well. Now we're looking at a 3-1 situation, guys, but the Renegades are actually up 2 more points. And this could still go either team's way. I mean, it's either PK caps the point or they lose.
Honestly, Viral would have gotten even better play had Cuss not hero body blocked the Void Grip onto G-Bunny. It could have been even more. Viral Master Riding 1 to get back up there and dismount faster will most likely be pretty impactful. So hard to get past. They even delay a little bit, but everyone gets mounted, but not G-Bunny. Unfortunately, no Assert Dominance means that the aggression doesn't really matter quite as much. Shadow locking down this side very hard. Simsaloo gets low. Barrage comes out. No one on the Knights is going to peek. Yeah, they are going to save their time. Ricardo looks really low, and nice grenade, man. He's lobbing them throughout this entire game. He has been hitting so many of those, and it is paying off so well. Doesn't mean just kills, but damage, and I don't know what it is it can do. Nice Poppy Bomb over the wall. That's a CD that's already down, and it's good. The field goal. Yeah, he goes right over it. Not going to be enough for them to do. The King Bomb is there. He's going to use it. Invokal's going to go down. They actually use the Illusory Rift as well, and of course, Inara just gets blocked. The flashbang actually goes out. The overpower gets missed, but Viral with a nice shot on the Ricotta, man. That's what you love to see. They're going to be able to take care of Ricotta. G-Bunny, now look at that cuss. The Dome Shield gets dropped. They're looking at a second win for the Renegades, and that might be what they have, Kresnik. Renegades going 2-0 over the Pittsburgh Knights. That's the pop-off I like to see. Let's go, Renegades. And honestly, it's on the back of their ultimate usage, right? We talk about how important it is on Ice Mines, but look at that end. They King Bomb into the wall just to counter the Dragon Punch. The Dragon Punch flies out the window, he gets chunked down to 300 and goes down immediately on Simsaloo. No real response. Even just using the time and space at point-blank range against the Ashe, just to chunk down 2,400 health to get the kill faster and make sure they don't have a chance to get the Assert Dominance off. That's also huge. They just use their ults better. And honestly, boil it down, that's all that Ice Mines really is. Right, exactly. And this team play for the Renegades, I mean, both on Stone Keep and on Ice Mines has been extremely impressive. They've been utilizing a lot of stuff. A lot of them are showing up today, and I'm excited to see more. Yeah, for sure. And I think the DPS is not really having that hero mindset, too, is big. Shadow, yeah, he probably could have walked into them before he poppied over that wall, but he didn't. Right. He held on and was there to stop the Dragon Punch. That's a big deal, too. That's a very, very huge deal. Renegades, man, 2-0 over the Pittsburgh Knights. Will they be able to close out the set with a 3-0 over the Knights? Or will the Knights be able to actually try and find their first point win? We can only tell right after this break.
live in a real weird world right now. Renegades are up 2-0 over the Knights. 1 game away from making the Knights your 4th seed going into the quarterfinals that are happening on Saturday. And Blue, that Ice Mines game was excellent from them. I mean, everything from top to bottom pretty much ran exactly the way they wanted it to.
I don't know what's happening. This is a dream, especially for the Renegades.
Yeah.
They're playing lights out. I don't know what's happening. Ban Terminus out. I guess that is the counter to PK on Ice Mines. I
mean, it made it work.
It did help out Hero. Hero did fantastic on the barrack. Shut down a lot of the doorways, the entrances. Nice dome shields from him. A lot of sustain from those turrets. A lot of objective time as well. Viral did have a little bit more, as you would expect. Well, you know, once you win the team fights, you want to zone them out. But overall, dominating the objective was Renegades. Hero, big part of that. Not a lot of kills, but when Terminus is, you know, your turrets keep you alive. So when there's not a Terminus just walking up to you like, rah, 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 you know, smacking his axe around, you get to survive a little longer.
Do anything you want to. I mean, he got aggressive. There were a lot of moments, especially one like that, where for Shadow, it's a worthwhile trade. Yeah, I went down, but he got a lot of good damage out before he did. And Hero was still able to pick up the kill. And that's kind of the biggest thing when you look at it. You had Invocal and Shadow do incredibly well, as would be expected of them. But Hero was maybe more unsung, as you said, 6-4, so he didn't have a crazy amount of kills, but he was in the forefront of it, causing so much trouble for the Knights pretty much from the get-go. Played very well throughout that one. And again, a team that would not and could not beat the Knights throughout their regular season, have lost every set against the Knights up to this point, are now 1 game away from being able to win this one, move forward in their bracket, technically eliminate the Knights, make them your 4th seed, and seal the deal on at least 3rd if you're Renegades, then have to wait for the top bracket to figure out who they're going to play. But it's impressive from them so far. The Knights, though, get the next map pick, so we'll have to see where they choose to go. My mind is on anything other than, well, I was going to say not Splitstone Quarry, because that's where Renegades have also been finding a lot of success lately.
Yeah, I want to see some more barrack after that. Those highlights, because you know when people get kills they spray.
Yeah,
that's kind of like the BM, you know. It looks cooler when Barrack drops a turret after he kills someone, because it's like dropping the mic animation. That was cool.
Got to hit him with both. Keeps them comfortable, keeps them looking good. The Knights are going to be coming into this one maybe a little shaken. A lot of work is going to be needed. I think no matter what, whether or not they're able to find a reverse sweep here and seal the deal and knock Renegades out, or if they are going in 4th seed, no matter what, there's a lot of rust, or whatever you want to call it, this week that is showing up that you do not want on Saturday. Saturday, it changes from this double elimination format we've had this week to pure one and done, best of 7s all day. So you're going to have to keep that in mind if you're the Knights. Every threat, every mistake, every slip up, you're going to have to live with it on Saturday.
Willow and Strix, really good bans on Splitstone. Khan getting taken first. Oh, wait a minute. What's Moonchopper going to play?
That's a good question. I'm just going to throw it out there. Khan, he's sitting like slightly above a 50% win rate right now, but Ash, which is Moonchopper's like next step, 35%. Not exactly where you want to go if you are looking at that. With Atlas gone, with Makoa gone, he's going to have to dig maybe deeper in his pockets. I mean, his Ruckus actually didn't look too bad the other day.
Ruckus or Ash, that might be the play here. Ruckus been a little bit of a hidden gem, except for when the Knights play it.
He's 9-3 this week.
I mean, when you watch Sadak play it on SSG,
that was golden.
He looks like the best champ in the game.
Yeah.
When you see any other team play it, he looks like a pretty good pick.
Next time you see my banners,
you know, decent.
run.
But yesterday, the Knights, man.
Yeah, did not. Well, I mean, rough. It went their way, but it was a rough patch to get there.
Yeah, it went their way because they played the objective.
With Khan, Leon, Eevee locked in. Leon and Eevee. Leon good for anti-flank. Eevee good for flank when it comes down to it. Going to be able to get into the back line. Barrack Mave Genos looking to maybe secure this Ash again. Not a very high win rate, and you'll see that.
Let's fight.
But if it's the second best champ from Moonchopper, you got to take it, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
What's his individual
How's
win
it
rate
feel
on Ash?
in this draft? His individual? That's a good question.
It may be higher than 35%. Actually, probably not. They're 4-24, right?
Yeah. It's he's picked it a lot though. You can give him that credit.
So if they win this set, will that be more wins this week than they had all season?
If they win this one,
let's see.
I think this would be what, 2 or 3 for them. They beat All Business.
Yes.
They beat Hype Unit.
Yes.
If they win this one, they beat Knights. That's 3. So they almost match their regular season. If they win this one and the next one, then they have won more in 1 week in these boosts than they did across 20. Wow, jeez.
I guess peaking at the right time is the way to go.
28 weeks of play. Yeah, it's gonna be an interesting change for them. Is this a draft that can do it?
Yeah, it is. On Split Zone Corey, Cassie's pretty good. I mean, it depends on if she's going to play high or low, but Maeve's going to be bouncing around. They have Genos, which has worked for them very well in 2 matches. Hero's back on Barrack. The question is Moonchopper on Ashe. That's the big question here. G-Bunny on Khan is the other question. Basically, whoever wins the off-tank battle, because G-Bunny wasn't looking that good on Khan, we're a little questionable with Ashe on Moonchopper, so whoever wins that battle wins this game.
Well, it's going to be interesting to see how that one shakes out. It's Splitstone Corey. It's do or die for the Knights right now. Let's go down to the casters and listen to what they have to say.
Well, if it's one thing I have to say, it's that I'm excited. I'm extremely excited. Renegades 2-0, man. I mean, that is no easy feat, especially going up against the Knights and especially sort of the rough split it is that Renegades have had. I mean, they are pulling out all the stops today. And if they 3-0 Knights, that is a story for the ages, man. First Na'Vi, and then it will be the Knights at this point.
I mean, lose every game in the split, win every game at Worlds.
Yeah, I mean,
you know, that's the kind of world that you'd probably want to be living in. Definitely better than the other way around.
Right, yeah, for sure.
For sure, and that might be what Renegades are looking for here. Maybe this is just what they've been waiting for. They need this pressure behind them the whole time to be able to make it work. There's even less pressure today than there was before. This is just for seeding. The loser of this match gets 8th seed in the quarterfinal bracket moving in, having to play against the 1st seed. So maybe that's enough pressure for Renegades to want to make this work and make it work. They are so far 2-0. Decent draft here. The only worry would be Ashe, but they have a great Genos draft. For sure, good aggression on the right side to start. Simsaloo already forced out, very aggressive.
Wow, man.
They can find the last Dagger Shadow, immediately kill Simsaloo.
Oh, yeah. Renegades are looking to play, baby, and they've already gotten the first blood for themselves at 9% on the point. 3% for Pittsburgh Knights. They are just now able to get their own percentage right now. But Zarini, he just ends up going down. Simsaloo died in the back, and now we're ready to see that Invoke, and the rest of them are just in that back line, putting on that pressure. They are making it hard for them to actually move back. Even Viral's in there. Viral's literally behind them, pushing up with them all the way behind to keep this pressure going. They want Hero to be able to sit on this point unabated, and it might be working, especially when you open up with the kill on Ricotta.
This is so good by Renegades. They're just beating Knights all around in circles. Hero does get forced off the point because everybody on his team is looking behind, but Cuss is so low, caught in there, and flank right now from Shadow kills Cuss.
Yeah, he's going to be able to take care of their healer. They have no healing once again. Knights are struggling. They are trying to find their foothold right now. Daggers coming out. They're already on top of him. Hero gets rid of Zarini, though. They're on top of Ricotta. Ricotta with a double, but it still is not going to be enough with 81% for the Renegades. They still have time to be able to cap. They just sat back on the point. They want that percentage for themselves, and they are looking really, really good. G-Bunny steps up, tries to fight back against Invoco, but they're already caught in a 1v1 fight with Moonchopper being right there. Simsaloo tries to help out with G-Bunny, but he's low all the way on the right side. Everyone's fighting back and forth, but Shadow is going to go down. 96% for the Renegades, man, and it's going to be a lot of time for them to be able to try and fight back, but nice overpower from G-Bunny to start things off for his team.
Right now, good aggression up top from Simsaloo. Hero does touch the point, not close enough to Dome Shield to make that work. Zarini chases him straight off through time and space, forces Ice Block, but he goes down to Bunny. Bunny's so low, but Revoke can't kill both of them. There's no way. Bunny using the shield, and the Commander's Grab takes him down.
He's not good. They're not going to be able to touch back on the point. He charges right back over. Moonchopper tried to at least touch the point and cause an overtime situation, but it wasn't enough. I mean, we're looking at a 1-0 right now for the Pittsburgh Knights. They've got 3 ultimates up, and Knights, they have to be able to wake up. They need to be able to fight back against the Renegades right now.
Ricotta decided he doesn't want to lose this series. Just jumps the bleachers twice in a row and melts the members on RNG. Holding this angle, forcing Shadow back here. Has to be careful. Leon is the anti-flank. You can't let him get those free shots on you. Good move by him, keeps him alive, and a seismic crash might find someone in mines, but it whiffs. Zerini finds nothing, and Renegades get aggressive.
They actually want to be able to use this Midnight not only to try and make sure that the seismic crash couldn't do anything, but to do what they're doing right now, which is try and pop off and fight back. They're using the assert dominance to try and keep themselves alive, and he already tries to back up, and Vocal tries to dodge roll out of that situation, but it's a little bit too much for them right now. The damage is coming off from Ricotta. They're firing, just free firing at the back line on the Renegades right now, and this is looking good for the Pittsburgh Knights. It was looking good at first for Renegades, but man, oh man, Knights are not going down without a fight, but Knights killing a Simsaloo.
You can't do that as Eevee. You just don't have the health pool. Simsaloo, no reaction time, can't wormhole out. And Moonchopper dying in the cart there was actually super impactful, giving his team time to respawn, get back into position, and hold these lanes. Vocal topping the damage charts by a pretty hefty margin, but Ricotta 16k behind him. Top kills in the game, tied with Shadow for him. Now moving to cart. Dreadserpent coming in, knocks down Hero,
nice.
but you're not killing a Barrack that fast, but you're killing an Eevee that fast as Vocal finds Simpson.
Nice, they also find Cuss all the way in the back line. Now Shadow and Vocal, the two of them, the story, the duo have been together for this throughout this entire set, popping off, and now here they go again with the rest of the Renegades being able to follow suit. 45 seconds left, good shots from Hero on the G-Bunny, lowering them, knows where he is. He sees that gun peeking off from behind the corner, so he's going to be able to fire in kind and get a little bit more damage.
I just saw the huge red outline around the massive con. I don't know if it was the gun or that, but we'll have to see. Aggression from Moonchopper. This might be a little bit too much. He's actually forcing Cuss all the way back, and Simpsy dies again on the Eevee.
I don't know how many times this man has died in this very, very brief exchange, but they're already on top of Moonchopper. But look at the distractions they have posed. Look at what Moonchopper set up for his team to be able to do this. They were all distracted with him. They killed the ones around him, and now G-Bunny, Zerini, they're low. They can barely really make it back to try and touch the point. They might try and give it up, but Zerini's going to try and hop forward, and Vocal gets a kill on Ricotta. What's happening right now?
And Vocal's just rolling all over them in the back line.
Oh man, dude, he's literally in the back.
He's spawn camping them. They can't beat in Vocal.
Oh my goodness.
That King of the Ring went pretty far the other way, but he seems like the King of the Ring here for sure. And
oh my goodness.
I want to call back really quickly to what Moonchopper did when he dove onto Cuss, right? Yeah, he didn't get the kill, but there was literally 3 people occupying 1 unit of space just to stop him from finding that kill. If we're talking about the concept of making space, bring that up. That's a huge way of doing it. Think about all this. They just peeled back into one room, covered no angles, and let Vocal get away with murder in the back line.
Yeah, I mean, that was absolutely huge. It's why I wanted to bring it up, and I'm glad that you harped on that, Cresden, because it's important. I mean, Moonchopper literally created so much for the Renegades in that brief moment. It's why I brought up, hey, there's 3 people just sitting on him, and the rest of the Renegades are just killing everybody else that's not those 3 in that room, and they still got cussed despite that.
It was a good defense from them, for sure. Every ultimate up on the side for Renegades. Only Dreadserpent missing for the Knights. Scout comes out very early. Midnight could be paired with it too if they want to get very aggressive. Right now just starting inside the quarry. Zerini slowing down Moonchopper, but not stopping the cap time. That could be a good advantage for Renegades to start with.
They try to use their time and space, but Zerini ate a lot of damage by trying to set up that seismic crash, man. Hero's on point. Ricotta with the Enlightenment, but he's not going to be able to do much of anything, especially when he's dead. Simsaloo is going to be able to at least try and avenge his fallen ally by taking care of Shadow, but 48% for the Renegades. A nice overpower directly on the Hero. They're going to be able to just let him die and not try and push up any more than they need to.
They didn't have anyone to trade on the point afterwards, so no extra cap time for RNG, but the 51% is enough to deny a retake if they do manage to get it. Shadow, I don't know if they saw him. He makes it into lava. Simpsy doesn't know. Diving onto Cuss. Cuss doesn't have Dreadserpent quite yet. He's close enough where he could get it. Cuss gets hit by Vocal too. Stuck inside, forced back. Everyone's peeling back to save Cuss, but this is a lot of space that's being made, and Shadow still wins the fight. In the face of an Ice Storm, he still takes him down, and Renegades have a retake on the back of a Dome Shield.
Nice Dome Shield as well to be able to keep that zone going there all the way in the back line. He still got that kill on the Simsaloo despite that dive, despite the Ice Storm, and despite his low health pool. And now, G-Bunny has to try and make a way back. He has to try and find his opening. He cannot find it because the Renegades with the overtime might be able to take this. I don't know who's going to be able to touch. Simsaloo's going to have to move in. Blink, he got it, but Ricotta still low. Zerini's still there. They have to use the Dreadserpent appeal, and my goodness, I don't know. I don't know where this could go still.
It didn't fear anybody though, so that ultimate didn't really land. Renegades, what else are they close to? Through time and space, that's it. That would need to be a hero play to make it work. Very low on Renegades, but Vocal jumps to the bleachers, takes someone down, and Renegades have an early advantage.
Here we go again. That's what they needed, and now they're grouped up all the way in that barn, but Moonchopper not gonna go down, and Vocal's gonna take care of Ricotta, and now they're staring directly at Zerini. He's the one on point. They're gonna have to focus on him. He's trying to die on it, gets knocked knocked off. Overtime, done. Now we've got a situation where the Renegades have captured their point, and they still were able to get rid of their point tank. Now they're still on Cuss in the back, too.
An absolute focus fire collapse from the Knights.
Yes.
Did you see the health bars on Renegades?
100%.
There was maybe 2,000 between them, and not a single kill in that engagement until much later through time and space goes in. That was a hopeful one. Does not connect on anything. The Knights still hold this defense, but some decent pressure so far. Zerini very low, doesn't get the seismic crash off.
He tried to use it, but he's still going to be able to have that as soon as he respawns. But Invocal in the back, this man is living in the back line. He's going to be able to get 2 of the kills already next to their spawn. He has not stopped the pressure. G-Bunny is getting taken down as well, with Shadow all the way in the back. Simsalu's going to get taken apart, and the Renegades are still pushing, all of them on a hot streak except for Shadow with a 10-7 KD. They are looking absolutely phenomenal.
I didn't realize that Zerini's died as much as Simsalu.
Yeah, that's insane.
Both of the new pickups for the Knights are not having a great performance. Overpower use, but it only gets Viral. That's going to slow things down. Viral lives for another moment. This aggression from Renegades, I hope they don't spend anything here. Vocal tries to make something happen, Enlightenment takes him down, and that was kind of just a stalemate-y fight. Overpower coming in. Renegades disengage. No Overpower now, though, to counter Moonchopper's assert dominance if he gets it, but they're basically even in the times. We'll see what they want to use if they can get in. And Vocal just casually bursts down G-Bunny from across the map for half his HP. Just things that Vocal can do. Hero holding below, and Renegades are going to set up for a push. They have a minute. They have time. They can take this slow if they want to. Do they want to, is the question. Play off of Shadow, play off of Invocal's damage. Flanked by Simsalu forces Invocal back, but for now, going back and forth, but this might be the engagement.
Oh, yes, it is. They already blinked in, blinked right back out. Simsalu has to find his way out. They don't want to be able to do this, but Invocal's going around on the side as well. He uses the Dread Serpent. Simsalu going to be able to land that direct shot. Ricardo's going to get taken care of, but Simsalu already has that double. He already set that up for his team, and we have an extremely close match already. Simsalu, once again, gets rid of Hero. Now just going to be on top of Moonchopper. They're going to be able to deal with him. Viral's still there. He's just going to go ahead and die, but they're going to try and stagger him out just for a little bit, and still 15 seconds left. I don't know if Renegades will be able to make it back. I'm sure they won't, or at least they might not be able to make it back this round, but still, you're still looking at that 2-2. It's still looking good.
I hope they're not trying to make it back.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'd rather play at the 2-2, I think, here. Unless they can get in completely uncontested, and Moon might have been able to.
Nah.
Shadow tries to go for it a little bit late, but I think this might just be to get damage in the back line, charge the ultimate a little bit. And Invocal, I would say, has got to be the man of the match. I think the start of the game, all eyes on Shadow, but so many people were looking at Shadow, it just left Invocal completely free. Just instantly deleting Ricotta in the backline. When you connect every shot like that, there is no response you can have. Simsalu maybe getting out of that ice block just a little bit too early. Impulse damage melting down these squishy backlines. Invocal hits every single arrow, and this man just cannot be stopped.
Yeah, I mean, this match is so close and so exciting, dude. I mean, I love to see this type of caliber of play coming out from the Renegades as well. I mean, 0-3-22 for Viral. I mean, all the slash lines look pretty good so far. I mean, we already made the mention of Zerini and Simsalu having the same deaths. That's kind of insane. Ricotta having one more than them, 6 and 9. That's a very, very hard game to be able to fight back. But 3 ults on the side of Renegades make that 2 after they use the scout to open things up with, and they have 3 on the Knight side.
Massive comeback from Simsalu, too. I don't want to stare at Renegades this whole time. Shadow comes on the side, dodges the Enlightenment, kills Ricotta. Great opening for RNG, but an Overpower is going to counter it out from the Knights.
They use it through time and space, but he's going to be able to move out of the way just in time to be able to do that. But Invocal, not one to go down without a fight, is going to be able to take care of G-Bunny. Shadow is going to be able to take care of Zerini. The assert dominance in the back, very good assert dominance as well. He's going to try and PO, cut Slitters away, but he can't get away for very, very long as Moonchopper is going to be able to take him out. The support is gone and staggered. It's going to be hard for them to be able to fight back.
Bunny might be a little overextended here. I don't know why he's peeking this early. Simsalu now going on the side too. They're giving away all this information to the Renegades for free. Bunny's super low, gets knocked back. I don't even know if they have a chance to touch. It's all Zerini, no cooldowns. Not coming in. The Renegades are going to get that point.
They cannot touch. They are actually able to capture that without very little contesting from the Knights. G-Bunny has his shield up. He drops down, but he's in the middle of 2 people. You drop down and you just end up dying as well. Maybe the nerves are getting to the Knights. Who knows? But also at the same time, I mean, Renegades have 3-2. They're 2-0 over the Knights. Not going to bring out the excuses here, man. I mean, they are looking phenomenal still.
I just can't think of a world where peeking from up top at 60% on the cap is a good idea. I'm not sure what they were doing. Maybe just trying to get some info, but you have Simsalu for that. There's no reason to give up the tank positioning. Shadow pressuring up top. This is crucial daggers, but it doesn't really matter. Dread Serpent coming in only fears Hero, and they might not even get him from that.
Right, a minute and 45 seconds left. You have the seismic crash that ends up getting used. They just want to be able to try and take care of Moonchopper and Shadow. Moonchopper's going to go down, so is Shadow, but Viral gets the kill on the G-Bunny. But still, they are missing teammates. I don't know if they will be able to win this fight, and they probably won't. They actually are going to get rid of Hero. Now Invoker's going to be the last one left. Even with the dodge roll reset, not going to be able to escape. You've got a minute and 25 left for the Renegades to be able to try and push this cart in against the Pittsburgh Knights and take their first win over them.
RNG has all the answers on mid, so I'm honestly not willing to spend ultimates too aggressively here. They just seem to have Knights figured out when it comes to split stone quarry neutral fight. We'll see how Renegades want to set up. They do want to take this. They're actually pushing them back a little bit. Bunny, no bullets in his gun, so we'll have to reload when he drops that shield. It's a little early, and Vocal just walks in and finds Ricotta up top.
Nice, and they're going to be able to take care of Simsaloo as well. The good dodge roll. Shadow helping his main man out with a triple kill, and he's going to be able to get a quadra as well. Already 4 people are down thanks to Shadow on the Renegades. 45 seconds left. They're looking to be able to push this one in. 3-2 against the Pittsburgh Knights with 3 ultimates still up.
I don't even know what to say about that. Shadow just walked all over them. There's no tactical crazy play there. He's just being better right now. Moonchopper aggressive up top, has the assert dominance potentially. Zarini drops to the cart. Both tanks holding right next to it. Ice Storm used, but Invoker gets away because of the scout. Through time space goes in, does not connect, but it doesn't matter. Moonchopper finds Simpsy.
My goodness, Ricotta and Simsaloo are down. The overpower gets used as a very, very last bastion for them to be able to try and fight back. Zarini is gone. They're going to be able to try and touch, or at least they will try, is the key word I want to use there. They're going to be able to make it back, or at least try and do something. The ice block goes down. He's trying to stall. Simsaloo is there. Assert Dom's all the way up to the top. They got rid of Ricotta. G-Bunny is still on point. He's holding up shield, but still, they are looking low. It is looking bleak for the Pittsburgh Knights. The seismic crash comes out. They use it directly on point. The wall goes up. Dread Serpent follows through. Shadow gets fear right towards the base. But still, they're trying to drop on point. But it doesn't matter because the Renegades take their first win against the Pittsburgh Knights.
Knocking them down, locking them in to the 8th seed in the quarterfinals while the Renegades stay alive. What a different look for them from how they've been before. And this is what I think we've been wanting to see all phase. After they didn't make changes in between, people were doubting them. They had those wins early, fell off since then, but this is a great look for them against the Knights. It just looked like they had all the answers.
3-0 over the Pittsburgh Knights. That is not an easy team to be able to fight back against, despite all odds. Renegades, what a story for them to be able to win this. That was phenomenal play from them overall. I am so proud of them to be able to do that for sure.
We always talk about how it's the Invocal and Shadow show. I thought the tanks had a good performance today, but on that last map, that was just an unstoppable DPS combo. Invocal was exponentially higher damage-wise than the other people in that game. Shadow just gets a quad, just unanswered, walking straight through them. I don't know what the Knights could have done against players that were on fire at that level.
Right. I don't know what they could have done either, man. I mean, literally from game 1, Stone Keep, you bring that win in the Ice Mines, you bring it into the final map of Splitstone Quarry, and you look absolutely phenomenal, Kresnik. We're going to throw it right back to the desk to get their thoughts on this entire set.
Well, the phrase of the week has been peak at the right time, and it seems like Renegades might be. That is the first time all year that they have been able to beat the Knights, and they do it here. Granted, it's a best of 5. Maybe you take it with a grain of salt, but either way, for them, a win is a win. And Blue, they looked good doing it. That's the thing I think behind it is everything they had. Their damage numbers look good. Their slash line looks good. The score in the game looks good. They got it all.
Yeah, Kresnik was saying that's a good deadly DPS duo, and that's exactly what it was. You know, you have Cassie, high DPS, very bursty kind of DPS, so a lot of DPS can hit you in a very fast, quick fashion, and then Shadow can come in with the Mave, which also has some good burst DPS potential, but he can finish off those kills, and once that quadra kill from Shadow came in at the end, it pretty much just started the end. That quadra kill started the snowball effect for Knights. They were coming out one by one, and they were getting sent back to spawn one by one. That was a beautiful set overall by Renegades, and you said this, something you've never said all season. Renegades are looking good.
They're looking like a different team right now, and admittedly, that's all you need is the right moment and the right time. Shadow gets a quadra kill there, I think, towards the end, but I want to say one of the biggest things between the two of them was the fact that, Invocal is top damage by like 40,000. Next behind him is Shadow. Like, they're playing at a different level. But even Hero was up there in the 90K on that Barrack. It's working really well for them as a team.
And that's what happens when you have Genos. I mean, all the damage numbers are going to be boosted, especially someone like Barrack, who with the Tinkering can do a lot of damage. You add the Genos Luminary in there, and you're going to be doing a lot more as a frontline main tank at that, standing on the objective. Anara, you got a lot of DR, but when you're getting hit with that much damage from a tank, let alone, a Maeve, a Cassie, it's going to be a rough day for you. Renegades are playing very well this tournament. I don't know if they're playing the best because who they've played versus who SSG and the other teams have played. It's a little wonky at the time, but they're playing great.
Well, hey, I haven't gotten to say this enough all year, but we have an interview standing by with the Renegades. It's Hero, it's Viral. Let's see how they're feeling.
Yes, let's find out how they are feeling, guys. Congratulations once again. I guess the main question I have to ask is, how does it feel? 3-0 over the Knights, that is not easy to be able to do. What did you guys work on?
For the first part, I'm so happy that I finally got to be the Knights this year. That's been like my one goal since like the beginning when we like lost that first set. We lost Serpent Beach. We were so close up 3-1, and I think we lost 3-4. And it feels so good to finally be like my friends on the Knights.
Yeah, that and like it was a big win on like a personal note. Because I pretty much learned everything from Cuss ever since like coming into the scene, and I haven't beat him in 2 years, so it's a big win. So I have nothing but respect for him.
What led to your guys' improvement in your play from day one? Did you guys scrim hard, review hard?
A lot of reviews, scrimming hard. Honestly, is like communication was just so clean, and that was like a big thing. It was just constant clutter, but now it's very smooth.
And that leads into my next point, because I wanted to ask about your ultimate usage. I think on the first and the second map, you guys were so clear about when you were using stuff. You were holding back on using some things. Who kind of determines that for you guys? Is it Moon as the IGL, or is it kind of a team thing?
It's collectively, yeah, for the most part, I think.
Do you guys go into fights kind of predetermined on exactly what you're going to use, or is it people kind of deciding on the fly?
A lot of times it's predetermined with like combos and ults that are big for team fights.
Yeah.
In general, do you guys think that your current record in the standings from the earlier phases is an advantage playing against some of these teams? Because if you guys start going on a roll, they're like, oh my god, should this be happening? Even though you guys have been performing above that for a while.
I think at a certain point it does like give you like a little bit of an edge, but it's not too crazy because like every team respects every team in this league, and it's just everyone's just trying to play to win, play hard.
Meta-related question. You guys did just manage to win with it, but how do you guys feel about Ashe currently in this meta, in this tournament? I kind of feel like, in general, she's been falling off, I guess, related to earlier performances, and I know some of the people watching have been noticing as well. What are your opinions on her currently?
I don't know why it's the case, but I think Ashe definitely like isn't getting as much impact in these like sets in this tournament. I don't know if that's like team play wise or something that's going on, but like I don't feel the Ashe role like that much right now.
Well, awesome, guys. Congratulations on your 3-0 victory over the Knights. You'll be moving on later to play the loser of the next set, which after this break is going to be SSG versus Kanga.